to myself, what a wonderful world.
Hi, my name's Emily and we're in a bit of a snowstorm, so I thought the best use of my time would be to come up with a bunch of different hairstyles that are pretty basic that any beginner can do, so nothing too crazy. My hair, I haven't washed it. This is probably the second day. I was gonna put in some dry shampoo, but I really don't think it looks that bad, so I didn't. But I won't lie, I went back and recurled like some of the pieces in the front and the back that kind of looked a little funky from sleeping on it. So this is kind of what we came up with, but I didn't go through and recurl every piece, so it doesn't have to be perfect. What we're gonna start with is taking some pieces in the front here, like this. And we're gonna do a braid right here. I like having like little pieces like this out here, so I'm gonna pull that forward and then just kind of like grab an equal chunk to this side, so like this much out, and I'm gonna braid this. And I do French braids, so I'm going over top, but you could basically do French or Dutch because it doesn't really matter. So I finished the other side and it's just two simple braids like this. I really like this hairstyle because it's simple, but it's kind of different. If you want to do more of like an updo, you can pull the hair back. You can put it into like a ponytail. So like this. But then you still have like the little braids here that give like a little character to it. So I think this is really cute too if you want to have your hair like out of your face more so. And then another way to spice this hairstyle up with the braids is to put it in a low bun. I like having little pieces out here so it's not just like your face. So pull a couple little strands down. I'm always like cutting these little hairs in my face to make them shorter, but you have like a low bun and then the two little braids. On to the next one. So I don't know if it's just me, but I think getting these little elastics out of your hair is so hard. Like I end up having to cut them out. I just think they're a pain, but it is what it is. So the next hairstyle is so simple. I'm kind of embarrassed that it's even in it, but this is what it is. Easy hairstyles. So always gotta pull the pieces in the front out because I feel like if I don't, I look bald. I'm just gonna pull this top layer like I did here, like that much on each side. Flatten it out, I guess. So just comb your fingers through it. And then what I do for this is I pinch the hair here like this. And I'm gonna grab just a little clip. And then so pinch the hair and then I clip right over it like that. So obviously you could go back through and like recurl the pieces underneath, but if you want to look not as like perfect curls or that you tried as hard, you can just leave it like this and you have just a simple hairstyle. So now I'm going to attempt a bubble braid. So I'm taking an elastic into a ponytail in the back like this. So depending on how many bubbles you want, it depends how many elastics you're going to need then. Probably like to here. I'm gonna go down and put the next elastic. I'm gonna go about to here just because I think I want them a little bit tighter. Or like I don't want to have like huge ones, I just want to have like a bunch. And then just kind of squeeze and bubble it out, if that makes sense. So it's gonna look like this. So right about here, putting one more through, and I'm gonna squeeze it like that. I lied, I'm gonna do one more after that. And then at the very bottom, I'm just kind of putting this last little tiny elastic right there, and we're gonna bubble her up. So I'm gonna just, what I'm doing now, I'm just going back through and kind of making them a bit thicker. And then the end product of that is this look here. And then I'm gonna do messy half French braid. And by that I mean I'm just gonna like start halfway here, and I'm just gonna start doing a French braid the whole way down. I'm gonna use an elastic to kind of tie it off at the bottom. This literally took me like a minute. So I have a piece of that in the front, and then you just have this little kind of half braid going, because I don't really like when braids start at the top of your head. I just feel like it makes my forehead look humongous. First, all you really need to already know how to do is braid. I'm gonna do a French braid, and I'll probably end up recurling that. You want to leave like a few pieces like this out. I like pulling the pieces out before I start braiding it. I know a lot of people like braid the hair and then pull it out, but I feel like if my hair's already braided and I start pulling hairs out, it really messes up the braid. So pulling these pieces out here, and just grab like this big of a chunk of hair, and we're gonna start French braiding. But no, we're not doing 2 French braids. You could finish this braid and just keep braiding the whole way down, and you'd have like a look like that. Ponytail look. So I'm grabbing a really big elastic. I talk so much about how I hate elastics, but then I use them all the time, so I think that's my own problem. So this is all this looks like. It's just, you know, the start of like a braid here, and then into a ponytail like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side. Like I said before, you could just braid this the whole way down and then have 2 braids, and I'm just gonna put, it's a really big elastic. So I went and finished the other side with the braid and then just tying it off with the ponytail, and then I recurl these pieces in the front. And even if you don't know how to braid, you can always just like pull your hair down and put it into like low ponytails and like with your hair curled, because it looks really similar. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like any of these hairstyles, make sure to like this video and comment if you try any of them. Bye!